The blessing of chaos. The world is in turmoil and chaos on an escalating basis that is so prevalent that no one can ignore the collapse of virtually everything that once seemed relatively safe, stable, and reliable. It makes the blood boil as rage surfaces together with a simmering fear that there's really nothing that can be done to fix things. When this helplessness sets in, you're near the door of surrender, which is the master key to genuine freedom. For many, this fire must burn very hot and long before they realize and accept that whatever they do or try to do to change things is merely rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic and hoping the ship won't sink. The fundamental energy of chaos, in whatever form it takes, must be neutralized before it dissolves. Otherwise, it resurfaces in some other form. The neutralizing of chaos energy is the transformation of fear, and that can only occur at its source. Fear is a direct result of the belief in separation, the natural outcome of believing that we live in time and space, where everything is separate. So strong is this feeling that something very dramatic has to happen to shake this entrenched belief. That shaking is occurring now in everyone's world, and it's tearing away at this underlying belief system and making you feel vulnerable on every level. The separated self, the identity most people believe is who they are, thinks being vulnerable is a very bad thing, something to be avoided at all costs, and yet it is the very essence of power itself. It releases the conditioned mind and allows the boundlessness that you are to emerge from the prison of limitation that has imprisoned you to littleness. Being vulnerable is like death. That's what the mind will say, and this is a totally accurate description of what's happening. The death of the conditioned separated self is happening, and you must be at the end of your endurance before you surrender to this terrifying concept. This is what's happening on the planet right now, and chaos is the way most people experience it until they reach that moment of surrender. The chaos doesn't necessarily all of a sudden stop all around the world in that moment, but their awareness of what is really going on does shift forever, and they relax into its transforming influence as the truth reveals itself out of the clouds of conditioning as they fall away.